Yep.
Can I see it?
Yeah, just don't get too close. Don't fall in. What? I don't know, bud.
25?
Maybe a little less.
20? Don't you think they should put lights there?
See that?
You might be interested in looking at these pictures. They're also on this slideshow behind here, but these pictures show the blockhouse later on whenever families started to live in here. The soldiers used this until about 1772, and then the entire Fort Pitt was actually decommissioned from the British Army, basically because they no longer needed it for defense. So it's constructed, and as I said before, it's never been moved from this spot. So, but because of those changes, the DAR did have to do a major restoration. You can see the before and after picture there.
Whoa, what's this? Why is there trees on Fort Pitt?
Well, there were trees there.
This is the Allegheny. That's the Mongolian.
The Monongahela.
Oopsies.
There's the blockhouse we were just in.
Where?
Right there.
Where's right there?
See right there?
Huh? Where?
There.
That like thing right there.
Yeah.
That little thing right there. That's
So
the one with like the triangle.
British soldier drew.
Why is there like things on his ears?
Well, if you come over here and read the sign,
Original flag that was flown over Fort Pitt.
Ooh.
I don't know why that light keeps going on.
but see, this was in the Revolution. This was a Revolutionary War flag, and it was the local militia.
What's that mean?
Well, the local militia was the army.
Oh, Philadelphia.
So this is where we're at right now. The area of the point you see outside the window is right there. So if we look out, see the white lines in the field over there? That's where the old French fort, Fort Duquesne, was.
This is very good.
So that was Fort Duquesne, and this was
Fort Pitt.
Fort Pitt.
And there's the blockhouse. Fort Duquesne was the French fort. Duquesne is a French word. It's a French name.
And Pitt is British.
British. Yeah. Because there was
So were we fighting against the French?
we were, because we were part of Great Britain, and Britain was fighting against the French. There's the Duquesne Incline right there.
Why would the French build their fort so close to us?
Well, actually, the French fort was here before the British fort was.
Because they got help from France and Spain.
That's right, they got help from France.
Why Spain?
Well, Spain a little bit, but see, back then, the French and the Spanish and lots of people, they didn't like the British because the British was trying to control everything. And so the Americans and
I know what you're talking about. I remember it did start with us. There was the first one, then there was the second one. The second one started with us.
it's terrible I can't remember, considering I was a history teacher. They're not, people have kept them over the years, and they donate them to the museum to put on display.
Say my grandfather's grandfather was in war, and he had a gun, and it got passed down.
Oh.
And then people don't. There's a cannonball.
There's a sensor.
What if that drum's real?
The latter prayed with words, the former in their hearts, which God saw and was very kind to the Indians. Kachawachiki, 1742.
French explorers made claims to this land in the 1680s and again in the 1730s. In its grand North American strategy, France saw the Ohio River as the logical way to connect its Canadian and Louisiana holdings, dominate trade, and leverage its trade relationships with the Native Americans into. The British wasted no time in pressing their advantage over the French, but truly they were interested in land more than trade. The success of the British colonies in North America was based on land, and the British appetite for land was voracious.
It's like an old trader's cabin.
What's a trader's cabin?
Well, the private people, not people in the military or the army, but they would come out and they would bring things like guns and food and cloth and clothing and just different things that are made in Europe.
Trade for like furs and
like this. There was no leading edge on the cuffs, and it worn completely through. So I took them off, and now I'm sewing new cuffs and putting new cuffs on my shirt.
How many shirts did you own?
Usually soldiers were issued 2 shirts at the beginning of the year and more as the year went through. But shirts, obviously, you're not wearing underwear or things at this time period, so shirts are sort of an important garment. It's the thing that soaks up all your sweat, and you go through them. So body linen is very important in the 18th century.
look down below. Echo! Ooh, there's an echo! Echo. Hi. Yeah, there was an echo. Echo. You have to do it loud.
Bart!
Echo. Fort. Stinky diaper.
and there, the walls were right there.
The balls were right along the line.
Oh, so that's like the huge barrel of like the 15-foot land?
Yeah, you see this. You see that walk. You see the walk that guy's on right there. Okay, well that's the line that the wall was.
So it's the 15-foot barrel, or it's the 15-foot land.
Yeah, the wall, and
Yeah.
and on the other side would be the moat where they dug out to build up the walls. And one of these was those points that stuck out from the fort.
Does it echo? No. There's supposed to be a calf.